J.J. Redick is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Myers Leonard is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. Ingram finds Bledsoe. Stolen away. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Adebayo. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And Bam Adebayo. So the Pelicans win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Williamson out there with Steven Adams. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Pass to Redick. Back to Bledsoe. Dishes to Adams. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediate. You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Off as well. Steve, tonight we have a great matchup at the center spot. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in a post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Steven Adams is out there with Williamson. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. Now here's Butler. And in the game with Charlotte, he did not play well. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nunn can't get it to fall. And Adams has got the ball here for the Pelicans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Now, here is Robinson. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Outside Robinson over Williamson. Robinson misses.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Redick against Leonard. Redick passes to Williamson. He kicks it to Bledsoe. From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Butler. Again, the miss by the Heat.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
And it's Ingram missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Butler. 5 on the clock. They could use a bucket. No good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Ingram finds Redick. Back to Ingram. Passes it to Williamson. Robinson with the block. Here's Nunn. Guarded by Bledsoe. Nunn passes to Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And Butler gets it to go.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Pelicans. Redick for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Miami's on 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Another shot. And Adebayo with the lay-in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Well, you love the energy that Bam Adebayo brings while he's on the floor. Great finisher who hustles nonstop. Really, the only question is how you match him up on the defensive end.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. Last year, getting it done. 6th in field goal percentage, 16th in rebounding. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And those position questions you mentioned with Adebayo. A bit of a tweener in the post.
Yeah, he is. Adebayo has a game that is suited for a center. He attacks and stays close to the rim. But he's had a hard time matching up against some larger centers. And that's why we haven't seen more of him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Williamson. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry, and those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Here's Redick. The Heat getting the bucket. Ring shot on the way. Buries the jump shot.
And even from mid-range, J.J. Redick is the kind of shooter where that's a highly efficient shot.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Now, here's Bledsoe. From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Robinson. That shot, no good. And New Orleans will come the other way.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Redick passes to Williamson. Kicks to Bledsoe. To the inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
Nunn passes to Butler. Stolen by Bledsoe. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Pelicans have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And he sinks the second.
Well, one thing the Heat have been terrific at the last few years, protecting the rim.
The Heat have taken an old-school approach to the center position, choosing physical intimidators over floor spacers.
Here's Nunn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Ingram against Butler. Rebound by the Heat. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Nunn passes to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. And Adams sends it back.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And the Pelicans miss again. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Sharp. To the right side. Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Robinson. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stuff. These guys were practically automatic. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Bledsoe outside. Williamson. Empty that time from Leonard.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Nunn. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and the shot goes in.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Bledsoe. They trail by 1. Ingram kicks to Adams. Bledsoe left side. It's deflected. Right side, Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
The burst of athleticism of Butler is fun to watch. He is a tenacious dunker.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to talk to Alvin Gentry a few minutes ago, and he said Jimmy Butler poses a challenge. One of the top wing players in the league and one of the hardest workers. You have to bring your heart at, or he'll embarrass you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. No good from Bledsoe.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Williamson with it. Adebayo on him. And Adams with the basket on the assist from Williamson.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Outside Robinson. Pass to none. Adebayo, high post. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. None. Off target with his 3. New Orleans has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now here's Bledsoe. Defense is right there. Count that bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
There's the pass to Nunn. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Adebayo throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Robinson's got the ball. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Robinson's got 6.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Bledsoe with it. Poked away. Adams, the pass to Ingram. Lets it go from the wing. Moves back up. And it's blocked. They recover it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ingram's got the game tied up here for New Orleans. Miami's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. 1:35 left to play in the first. Here's Nunn. Pass to Butler. Misses off the right iron. New Orleans has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Butler against Ingram. Passes it to Williamson. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Now here's Butler. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Lonzo Ball is checked in for New Orleans. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Here's Robinson. It's hauled in by Adams.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Here's Williamson, and he banks in the layup. Now it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Now here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
They just look hungrier out there. They don't mind taking the pounding.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder out there with Adebayo. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in at the two-guard spot. Pelicans leading by 6.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dragic the pass to Butler. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
And the technical free throw is good. So for the Pelicans, Derek Favors checked in for Steven Adams, and Hayes subbed in for Williamson. Ingram against Butler. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Ingram. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Here's Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 6 points for Butler.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
Ball dishes to Ingram. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. So some guys, always though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green, James Johnson.
Yeah.
Those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Butler. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Here's Hero. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Crowder, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Six on the shot clock. Iguodala against Ingram. Good on the bucket. Iguodala's got his first 2 points of the night. And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis. Instead, they have acquired a lot of young talent, a ton of it. In time, they'll become a team, in my opinion, to be reckoned with.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Free throw good from Hayes.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Now Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
The Heat trail by 9. Here's Hero. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
His first step is unreal. Goran Dragic is an excellent penetrator.
Ball up top. He's guarded by Dragic. Ingram outside. Pass to Redick. Lets the three fly. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
J.J. Redick, very comfortable behind the three-point line. Knocked that one down.
Hero passes to Dragic. Here's Hero. He's covered by Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Lonzo Ball picks one up. The Heat shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And he makes the first. And it's ready for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season. It takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
So he gets them both.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
Now, here's Ball. With the teardrop, rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Dragic with it, now guarded by Ball. And the rejection by Favors.
The 7'4" arm span of Favors paying big dividends when it comes to rim protection.
Poke loose. Ingram kicks to Redick. The pass to Hayes. Ball feeling it out a bit. And it's off from three-point range. The Heat trail by 8. Iguodala, the pass to Olynyk. Nice hit again. Favors with the rebound.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Ingram. That's tipped. Dragic against Redick. Outside Dragic. Here's Adebayo. Goes up again. And it's good on the way in. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. The dish to Redick. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Redick's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Here's Hero. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Back to Ball. Now here's Hayes. Here's Favors. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And the Heat making a change here.
Well, a chance to check out Andre Iguodala. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 5 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
And it's Ingram missing.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Pelicans leading by 6. It's Redick on the wing, defended by Jones. Ingram outside. High arcing shot.
And ever since the Big Three era ended, Miami has sort of defined middle of the pack.
Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is what happens when you rarely select in the top 10 of the draft. You become reliant on free agents, and that's a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Jones. And here is Iguodala. Pass to Olynyk. He kicks it to Jones. And here is Olynyk. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Shoots over Ingram. Derek Favors with the rebound. Ingram outside. Passes it to Ball. He dishes it to Redick. Pass to Favors. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Ball. That 3 off the mark. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Here's Nunn. And there's the pass to Adebayo. Ball with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Feeds to Favors. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Jones. To the paint. Trying to get open is Adebayo. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Andre Iguodala. Ball, the pass to Redick. Back to Ball. And again, no good by New Orleans.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Pass to Ingram, down low, and Hayes throws it down.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Nunn. 1:51 left in the first half. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Kept alive. Pelicans leading by 8. And Ball slams it in.
I just love the aggressiveness
from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Olynyk. Over Hayes. Olynyk can't hit.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Here is Favors. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. 56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Jones looking for an opening. And the pass to Adebayo. Back to Jones. From deep, Iguodala. The shot off that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that will be the fourth of the string of 5 played on the road. Ball kicks to Hayes. Redick for 3. And the Pelicans get it back. The Heat trail by 10. Iguodala outside. Olynyk the pass to Nunn. They need this one. He made it! He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's New Orleans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Heat trail by 8, so the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. J.J. Redick is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. Here's Nunn. The kick outside to Butler. No good from outside.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And the dunk by Williamson.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
The Heat shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. Here's none. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the middle, Adams. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all. Ooh, they'd come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
And Miami has possession following the score by New Orleans. Here's Butler. That one misses. Adams, some nice D.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. None passes to Adebayo. Outside Butler. And again, it's the Heat missing.
It was an ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's none. Pass to Butler. Leonard with the ball. Clock at 4 over Bledsoe. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Here's Butler. The Pelicans make their lunch. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And with that 3-ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by New Orleans.
Bledsoe dishes to Ingram. Back to Bledsoe. To the wing on the left. Here's Williamson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Williamson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. None passes to Adebayo from 20 feet out. And it's Butler missing. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. And that one drops. And 11 points for Brandon Ingram.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Here's none. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Left side, Butler. Redick against Robinson. Passes to Nunn. Over Bledsoe. Redick with the rebound. Redick's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Williamson. Bledsoe outside. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Adams' shot is good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Nunn. Guarded by Bledsoe. Kicks it to Robinson. They need this. Pelicans pull it in. Ingram's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Plays it up and banks it in.
Timeout.
Ingram's got 13 points.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Timeout called the Heat.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Kala ko bet lang.
A brief check now of the stats for Bledsoe. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Now here is Robinson. He has 6. Crowder with it. Now defended by Adams. To end the drought. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Nice job by Crowder. More of a shooter than a ball handler. Surprising the D that time.
And, you know, Smitty, just a wall of muscle. Jay Crowder, one of those power wings that seems every team is looking for these days.
Yeah, he's able to straddle that line between perimeter and interior play. His versatility and competitive will set him apart.
First free throw is good. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, ranked a sturdy 2-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
That one is no good.
A well-rounded player on both ends. You can count on Jay Crowder night in and night out, and you see the value he provides for this team.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 18. Bledsoe passes to Williamson. Ingram outside from deep 3-point range. Rebound by the Heat. In transition, here comes Miami. Crowder with the ball. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court. Here we go, his second made from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
Bledsoe kicks to Adams. Redick against Leonard. Bledsoe looking around. Fires the three. Robinson pulls it in. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. Outside Crowder. Dragic against Bledsoe. Dragic the pass to Butler. He can't get that one.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
The jump hook, and Williamson with a nice bucket inside. Williamson's got 9 points now in the quarter. Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Outside Dragic. Butler on the wing. The pass to Leonard. Over Ingram. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Dishes it to Bledsoe. Here's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And the Heat call time here.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Pelicans on D. Outside Crowder. Back to Dragic. Inside, the kick outside to Butler. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Ingram. That one wide left.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Bledsoe. New Orleans moving the ball around. Count that one. And that's 15 points for Brandon Ingram.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside Dragic. There's the dish to Butler. Shoots from the elbow. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Heat. New Orleans gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Williamson. Sweet little floater. Williamson's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dragic with it. Now defended by Williamson. No good from Dragic.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
The teardrop falls in.
Goran Dragic has developed that beautiful teardrop, making himself a more versatile scorer.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
Here's Dragic. Steven Adams making his last shot. Dragic dishes to Robinson. Off target from outside.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the...
Whoa, hammering it in!
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now here's Dragic. He kicks to Robinson. He dishes it to Butler. Shoots over Ingram, and it's Butler missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter, and that one's good. Williamson.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Dragic. Passes it to Robinson. Kicks it to Crowder. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Jay Crowder, he's very compact, strong build, can be a load to defend.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Crowder. Both teams will make substitutions. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans to the inside. Williamson kicks to Bledsoe. Pass the Ball. There's the 3. The putback. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pelicans ahead, delivering the blowout. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Olynyk is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Jones. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero into the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now here's Williamson. And the shot is long.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Crowder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Crowder. And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality, but that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Okafor is checked in for Steven Adams. Now here's Ball. Now the pass to Melly. Here's Hart. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hart's got his first bucket of the night.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
No good from Dragic. Dragic has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Here's Williamson, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here's Dragic. And Okafor with the block. Now here's Williamson. Defended by Jones.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
And Miami shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Dragic looking it over. For the 3. Miami no good on that time either. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots. And the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
First free throw is good. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I will say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
He'd have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. To stop the run, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derek Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And so Jones nails both of them. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hart. He's covered by Iguodala. Okafor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Good on the second free throw. The Heat shooting the ball poorly. Just 28%. Pass to Hero. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's Iguodala with the drive. And the jam with Iguodala.
And just a spectacular play from Iggy there. Seeing a path to the basket and just taking off towards the rim.
Moore with it. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Moore dishes to Okafor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg with one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, and makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
A guy who plays a lot of different roles for this team. Moore doesn't complain. He's willing to do anything that's asked of him.
Here's Hero. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Shot clock at 5. Silva, the pass to Olynyk. Here's Hero. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Iguodala. Hart takes to Moore. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Hero passes to Jones. Dishes it to Iguodala. The shot from the low post is good.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Iguodala. And it's Okafor missing. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jones, the pass to Silva. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Now here's Jones. Defense right on him. From deep, Iguodala. Offensive rebound. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Moore outside. Alexander Walker passes to Moore. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. And he gets it to go.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Melly. He feeds it to Okafor. The pass to Hart. Can they get it? And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Iguodala. Okafor grabs the miss. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Hart, that's good.
Can't be that easy for him. Got to body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny or you can just front the post.
Here's Hero. Now Iguodala. Baseline try. It doesn't go for him. Here's Hart. Over to the left wing. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Olynyk, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Basket counts. And so here is New Orleans. Pass to Alexander Walker. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Hart. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Heat. Iguodala's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hero, no good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. Here's Hart. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Hart. Okafor kicks to Hart. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the basket by Jones. New Orleans dictating the flow. Moore outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Hill, he's checked in for Olynyk, and it's Dragic in for Hero. Now here's Moore, and Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hill against Moore. Outside Dragic. He kicks to Iguodala. Rocket 6 over Hart. Iguodala, no good. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Hart. Down low, here's Alexander Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Moore outside. Pass to Hart. Jones against Okafor. To the left side wing. Here's Hart. Over Hill. That one off the back iron and out. Iguodala right side. It's good.
Whenever Andre gets loose on the break, you have to reward him. Great job running the floor, one of the best in the business.
New Orleans dictating the flow. Here's Alexander Walker. The pass to Melli. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Melli. Here's Hart. He's guarded by Hill. Hart, no good. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New Orleans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zion Williamson.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Melli. Passes it to Moore. Pass to Melli. There's the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hero passes to Dragic. Kicks it to Leonard. And the pass to Hill. 6 to shoot. Over Hart. And Hill, the bucket on the assist from Leonard.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's...
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Adams in at the center position. Here's Nunn. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Bledsoe kicks to Ingram. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Robinson left side. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Here's Bledsoe. Right block shot. Got a piece of it. Butler against Ingram. Leonard trying to break free.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Passes to Butler. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Butler with the ball. And the game with Charlotte, he did not play well. 5 on the clock. There's the pass to Adebayo. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Ingram outside. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Butler. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte. Butler passes to Nunn. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on J.J. Redick. Miami shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Well, young players are learning how to defend, so you need to do that first. But if you can't go down on the offensive end and you can't find ways to dig out of holes by shooting the basketball, you get down 10 or 12 points. Defense sometimes isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Pelicans. Trailing by 4. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Now the dish to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Redick. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 18 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here, because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
And it's Ingram missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Butler passes to Nunn. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound. The Pelicans trail. It's Ingram on the wing. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Here's Nunn. Kicks to Leonard. Butler on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Pass to Nunn. Outside Robinson. There's the triple. Eric Bledsoe grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the wide open shot from Redick drops in the tray.
Yeah, just not sure that that's on the scouting report. Backing off J.J. Redick.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Adebayo throws it down.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Adams outside. Pass to Redick. Over Robinson. The shot by Redick, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Bledsoe. Leonard, that's for 2. Gets an open look and hits.
This is where the remake of his game is paying off. Leonard now one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I got a few minutes to catch up with Alvin Gentry. He talked about the threat posed by Jimmy Butler, saying it's incredible the work he's done to make himself such a well-rounded scorer. Kevin, they better be ready for the terror from Tomball, Texas. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Nunn passes to Butler. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Bledsoe right side. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Try to prevent Bledsoe from charging inside. Easier said than done. Once he sees the lane, pretty much over for the defense.
Here's Nunn. He dishes it to Robinson. He kicks it to Butler. Tries it from 19. Count it. Good.
very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
The
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously
so
exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, you know, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Leonard. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ingram passes to Redick. Drills the three-pointer. Redick's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
You can't let J.J. Redick get hot from there, and he usually starts the game that way, so this could be a long night.
Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. That one good for two.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Here's none. Outside Robinson. Here's none. Dishes it to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Adams. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Ingram missing.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Butler, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Williamson. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Ingram against Crowder. Pulls up. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Butler from outside. Butler can't get that one to fall.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Bledsoe finds Ingram. Charity stripe shot. He gets it in there. Ingram's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Here's none. Guarded by Bledsoe. None passes to Adebayo. Butler against Ingram. Fades. That doesn't go either for Butler.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And here are the Heat now. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And no one is catching Ingram in the open floor. This guy is like a rocket.
Redick against Robinson. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Here's none, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
He gets that one.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside Butler to the paint. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, terrific recognition there from Butler. Outstanding at slicing passes through the D in that pick and roll.
Bledsoe looking it over. Redick against Robinson. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Really good decision as Redick is playing at full speed, but slows down, makes the right choice.
Butler on the wing. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pelicans pull it in. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Williamson. The dish to Ingram. Kicks it to Redick. Back to Ingram. The pass to Adams. Butler against Redick. From deep. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Adams. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Well, Steven Adams always working the offensive glass, strong and aggressive in there, and gets that second chance hoop.
And so it's J.J. Redick making things happen for New Orleans. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Rumors are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So the Pelican 5 right now. They're back, Ball and Redick. He's out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Favors in at the 5, down low. And here are the Heat now after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. There's Dragic with the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Dragic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple of seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
Butler on the wing, covered by Hayes. Butler against Redick. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got the game tied up here for Miami.
And Butler has really bulked up since coming into the league. You see his strength on tough shots with the contact.
And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, 2 all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
Pass to Favors. He dishes it to Redick. Lets a floater go. That one, no good. He'd have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Ball kicks to Favors. Now here's Redick. He's covered closely. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Ball. He doesn't hit that one. And Miami the other way now. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Bounce pass, Butler. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And now a 4-point Miami lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Redick. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
I mean, you got to love seeing Redick going at it from there. That's a shot he's going to make just about every time.
Here's Hero, covered by Redick. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Now here's Favors. 9-point game his last outing. Ingram against Adebayo. And it's Ingram missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And you gotta like the power of Butler. Just a terrific athlete who throws it down when he can get close to the rim.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Following the score by Miami. And 2 shots coming up at the line as it gets fouled on the shot.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
And that one falls for Ingram. And Brent, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Dragic against Ball. 14 feet away, and another basket for Miami.
Got to respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic right there. The left-handed point guard strokes it well.
Pass to Hayes. Back to Ball. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Adebayo. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Hero. He's covered by Ingram. Olynyk in the corner. Over Redick. That misses off the backboard.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Now Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. And his assist numbers were tremendous.
It's good. Adebayo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Butler. Ingram passes to Redick. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Redick's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And he's going up for the alley-oop, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And with Adebayo in finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Here's Ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Outside Favors. Hayes dishes the ball. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time. And the Heat going the other way now.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Favors. Williamson comes in for Hayes. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Lonzo Ball. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And for Iguodala, Brent staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Williamson.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Now here's Jones. He kicks to Iguodala. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
On defense, the Pelicans. Outside, Jones. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Olynyk. Here's none. Adams defending. Goes up from the top of the key.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
Here's none. 6 points for him. To the inside. Here's Iguodala. Miami no good on that time either. Pelicans trail by 6. Inside. It's Williamson missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's none. Stolen by Bledsoe. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jumps up. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Iguodala, the pass to Nunn. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to get something going. Pelicans with the rebound. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Well, it's the open floor, and that's when Eric Bledsoe's eyes get even bigger. What a good finish there.
1:36 left to play here in the second quarter. Nunn passes to Jones. This is to Iguodala. For 3, Olynyk. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And there's the pass to Ingram. Here's Redick. Adams trying to free himself up. And Redick the bucket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 5th assist in this one. Iguodala the pass to Nunn. The dish to Olynyk. Iguodala outside. Releases from 15. Tries again. And Olynyk with the lay-in.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Now here's Ingram. From deep 3-point range, they get it back. Adams kicks to Williamson. Leonard against Ingram. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Ingram's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
And it's easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is.
And he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin?
They just did that. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat out front, leading by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. The second quarter was a different story than the first. They played with energy, confidence in building a 3-point lead at the break. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Myers Leonard is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Here's Nunn after J.J. Redick's bucket. Nunn passes to Butler. Outside Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Nunn trying to get open as Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass. Nunn's got 11.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
And the first one drops. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in the phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of, after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Here's Bledsoe. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Great tee that time from Leonard.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here is Robinson. Pass to Butler. And they double up Butler. It's tipped.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. To the middle, here's Redick. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist here tonight. Robinson passes to Nunn. Back to Robinson. Pass to Nunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This is it to Leonard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Ingram with it. He's got 12. Down low, here's Redick. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Nunn passes to Robinson. Now the pass to Nunn. Shot clock at 6. On deep. They get the rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
So it's the Pelicans now. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. They double team Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Miami leading by 3. Outside Robinson. Pass to Nunn. Softly drops in the floater. Nunn's got 13 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Bledsoe, and it's good. 2 points.
Well, Bledsoe's a guy, as an offensive player, you might lose sight of him, but he can have some nights. You always have to account for him.
Here's Nunn. He's got 13. Takes it from 10, and he hits the jump shot. 15 points in the game. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 5-point game to the middle. It's deflected, and he gets it back.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Butler. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, and Butler just can't be stopped. I mean, even when the D knocks him around, he keeps his focus on the basket.
New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Adams. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Good work defensively by Crowder.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Ball. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
And Ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
To the paint, here's Adebayo, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement, both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Following the score by Miami. And they pick up 2. And now a 10-point Miami lead.
And that's what happens when you swipe the ball from the opposition like Dragic did there. Sometimes you get rewarded in the open floor with an easy 2 points.
Here's Melly. He's guarded by Dragic. And the Pelicans miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 12. Here's Ball. Just 5 to shoot. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Robinson. Crowder's got the lead up to 14 now for Miami. The Pelicans have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Ball. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about the concentration from Ball? Not allowing himself to be denied. Really got to wrap him up on these shots to prevent the bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
and not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
That's good from Ball. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
The shot, no good. Rockets with some nice D.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 12. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Heat. Crowder's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Bledsoe. Pass the ball. Okafor kicks to Bledsoe. Over Robinson. No good from Bledsoe.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Shoots over Dragic. And the Pelicans miss again. Miami leading by 19 points. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, you can't give any space to Butler. Vicious at penetrating to the rack and then drawing the contact. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And so Butler nails both of them. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight, divided between the starters and the reserves for the Pelicans. Pelicans trailed by 21. Ball, the pass to Okafor. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Ingram. 12 points for him. Ball kicks to Ingram. Over Butler. Here's Okafor. And that time, also a missed shot.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Here's Ball. After the made shot from Goran Dragic. Pass to Melli. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Crowder's got 6 rebounds in the game. Floats it up for Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And that ability to just rise up for the alley-oop. Butler is an animal of an athlete.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Okafor finds Bledsoe. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Ingram. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Olenek is checked in for Miami. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Hayes is checked in. It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 16. Favors surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. He kicks it to Ball. It's good from long range. Ball's got 6 points in the quarter.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Dragic against Ball. Dragic dishes to Butler from outside the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 6 assists now in the game. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Favors finds Ingram.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And that one falls for Ingram.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good for Ingram.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Here's Nunn. 15 points in the game. Knocks it loose. Ingram wide open. Miami grabs the miss. Butler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Good. Nunn's got 17.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. He dishes it to Redick. Tries from 10, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick.
That's tough, because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Ball. Here's the teardrop. Nunn can't get it to fall. Ball against Robinson. They get it again. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
And so it's Miami with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
We just got to do a better job of executing, okay? And then we got to get back, guys. I mean, we got to be sprinting back.
Well, Greg, he doesn't sound pleased with his team's transition defense.
And you can't fault him. I mean, Coach Gentry really fighting to get his team more engaged.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. He's out there with Favors, and it's Ball in at point guard. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier, because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available, that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them, because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do, with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, or potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Ingram outside. Favors attacking. Dishes to Reddick. 4 on the clock. Here's Ball. Second chance shot. Favors can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 23. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Here's Hero. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And here are the Heat now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Over to the wing. Here's Hero. Covered by Reddick. Hero, no good. Pelicans trail by 21. Here's Ingram. Another one falls for New Orleans.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Ball. Takes it out to Leonard. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
It's been a progression. Over the first couple seasons, less than 10% of Leonard's shots were from behind the arc. Now that number is creeping up to 40 or 50%.
Now here's Ball. Outside, Reddick. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Now Ball. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation, to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Adams outside. Back to Ball. But they'll get another chance. The pass to Reddick. The second chance effort. And Ball gets it to go on the assist from Reddick. Ball's got 10 points in just the second half. Miami leading by 22. Here's Nunn. Inside. Here's Jones. No good. Shot missing. Adams, some nice D. To the inside. Here's Nunn. He's covered by Ball. And Jones slams it in.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Now here's Adams. Now here's Ingram. Clock at 6. And no good that time. And Miami the other way now. Here's none. Second shot opportunity. Can't connect from short range. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. And it's Williamson missing. Pass to Nunn. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range. Nunn's got 6 here in this quarter.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Now here's Ball. He's guarded closely. Redick. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
And maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's Nunn. Redick with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Adams. Fades back. Here's Williamson. Iguodala with the steal. Out on his own on the break. Here's Hero. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What's up?
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
One shot.
That's good from Hero. And here are the Pelicans now. Moore passes to Alexander Walker. New Orleans moving it around. Misses the 3.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now, Hill's smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill, and the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Both free throws good from Hill. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Melly. Moore outside. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Okafor over Iguodala. Rebound by the Heat. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch
so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games.
Take a break.
Particularly in the postseason.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
He hits the second from the line. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Here's Hart. And the pass to Okafor. 6 on the shot clock. Basket, good. Okafor's got his first points of the game.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
You just don't want to give Andre Iguodala that kind of lane because you get that kind of highlight.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Pass to Hart. Down low. Here's Okafor. Doesn't go for him. And it's Miami the other way. Hill passes to Iguodala. The dish now to Dragic. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And so here is New Orleans. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Alexander Walker, and it's denied. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Hill leading the charge. The offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
Here's Okafor. The Heat getting the bucket. And Jones over to help. And then Okafor slams it in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Iguodala outside. Kicks it to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Over more. And there's another one for the Heat.
Phenomenal shot by Dragic there that left the D feeling helpless on the possession.
Here's Hart. He dishes it to Okafor. Back to Hart. Okafor against Hill. Okafor gets the bucket. Here's Dragic. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Hill. Here's Silva. Dishes it to Jones. Passes to Hill. Goes back up. And it's Melly with the rebound. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Silva, the pass to Iguodala. Here's the three. Sinks the triple.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so it's New Orleans with it after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Okafor kicks to Moore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Andre Iguodala.
Moore goes into the contact. He's saying, I want more contact.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Here's Hero. And so Miami takes this one by